Love ruined by selfishness. Some context to start this off. I was in high school when we got hit with the pandemic now. At the time, I was fresh out of a toxic relationship and meet this girl. Sounds fake, but within 2 days of texting each other, she confessed her feelings, and so did I. Don't know why, but the vibes she was giving were amazing. Honestly, she was wife material after some back and forth of trying to meet up with her failed. I eventually got into this little depression that I ignored, and after 8 months-ish of dating her, I broke it off out of the blue. Now my depression hit a low at this point, and I had many sleepless nights where all I could think about was her. We had very deep conversations. Conversations I never dared to have with my friends. I convinced myself I would marry this woman. Eventually I realized what I did. Breaking up with her out of the blue, with no explanation, was stupid of me. And I felt terrible. At this point, I got anxiety. Going forward, eventually quarantine ended, and I went back to in-person school. From here, I saw all my friends getting girlfriends, love interests, and only one person was stuck in my mind, and it was her. I had her blocked on Instagram because 1, I wanted to keep her at a distance. 2, I believe it was a way of me being able to contact her at any time, and it was this subconscious thing. At this point, I had the balls to unblock and text her, and as my anxiety peaked, she responded. I did the classic, "Can you call?" Corny yes, but we talked thing out. I explained everything to her and my emotions and how I wanted to be open with her more. Side note, I was in this, "Oh, I'm a man, I can't say XYZBC, I'm a man," but she helped get past this. And we were in a situationship. To add on, eventually I got to meet her in person, after who knows how long, and I'll never forget that day, because to me, it was the best day after all the shit show that COVID brought, won't lie. We had a good makeout session now form. Here is where everything was fine until the talk. For starters, I have rules when it comes to dating due to past relationships not working out the best. Now, 2 rules my parents know and the girl parents would know, something basic, but super conflicting. We probably argued a bunch over when she talked to her parents, letting her know who I was to her, and it was just this argument that was horrible. I won't lie, I got insecure, as I have been cheated on in the past, and that feeling you get of unease, it came back strong, and eventually I broke. I talked to my friend, who is now not part of my life, as they just wanted to see the world burn. They gave me terrible advice, and I cut it off with her for a short time now. A thing about me is I am a physical lover type because we would see each TNA, maybe once every month. It was hard on me, but I held myself together. At the current time, there was this classmate that was into me, and you know where this is going. I wasn't committed nor talking to anyone. So I decided to give a chance because I finally would get my type of love language. And long story short, that relationship gave me some trauma that till this day is still affecting me. But getting to the end of this story, I went back to the woman I thought I would marry, and I told the truth. She was of course hurt and felt betrayed because I told her I needed time to myself to think, although initially true. At the end of the day, I lied. And I also gave her an ultimate because for a 3-4 month span, it was a back and forth of her saying she'll tell her mom about us, and I got tried, so I gave her the choice of telling her mom or I would be gone, not suicide, and this situationship would be over. At the time, and I still don't know how or why, I thought I was doing the right thing, but I was wrong now, 3 years down the line, and I regret every moment and have slowly been coming to terms with it. TLDR. I was a dumb high schooler who lost a future wife who would have been worth it if I was more open with her and friends.